Starting another Adoro the Renner here. Welcome to my channel live from Renner. Actually, the intention isn't to give you a tour, but I'll already start showing you my selection of wonderful pieces that are arriving. And my rack is already right there in front. Guys, everything is so beautiful, so many new things, lots of burgundy. The 90s floral is coming back, so there are several pieces that I remember my mom wearing when I was a child. Actually, there's a dress over there, all floral. Show me my sister, the dress that was hers. I had a set, my mom, with that black background, all floral. Ah, almost the same. By the way, go follow Mimes on YouTube, Mimes Saraiva. She has a channel called Moda 50 Plus for mature women who like lighter pieces, prints, and lots of color. Guys, is my clothing rack like this? I can already see a little touch of color, so we were really focused on brown, but there's a bit of gray too. By the way, I'm attached. My whole outfit is from Renner. And this loafer is just the cutest thing, guys. I got so lucky. I found a loafer that's just wonderful, so beautiful, and I'm sure it was an exchange, and it's in my size. Oh, I don't know where Mimes put it, but we're going to Adore and I'll show you everything. Follow me, everyone. I was going to do the whole entrance. But I forgot that I had already recorded a welcome with my outfit, so my outfit isn't new anymore. I had to put it on again because I make some videos and everything, then I go back to the LED and keep recording. Since I put my outfit back on, let me show you my knit up close. Guys, this knit is so beautiful. I was sure I had gotten it from the men's section, but no, it's women's and it has a sibling. Burgundy. I don't know if they're together on the same link, but just think of a cute knit in two colors. Both the blue one, which goes well with jeans but can be styled in other ways, and the burgundy one, which looks great with brown. This one also looks beautiful with brown, you see? The blue is easy to match. Anyway, I recommend both. I got them in a medium. I didn't try them on. The small, I have this habit of getting everything big, right? You already know, but it could easily be the small. And these high-waisted pants, which I even have to speak quietly so no one hears. Guys, what beautiful pants. And the worst part is, I was at an event, I won an award and all, and these pants came with the prize and I took a while to try them on. The pants are beautiful, but I never saw them in stores. So my mom used masking tape on the hem. It's stiff there because I wanted to wear them. Today my mom was upset, saying that I have 1,000 clothes, that every time I come up with these silly things for her, these traps. It's just that I, being naive, went and folded the pants. Then I realized as I was walking around the house that the pants wouldn't hold up. Then, Nito said, but it's just the fitting room. I said, okay, but we're going to walk around the mall. How am I supposed to walk around with my pants dragging everywhere? So my mom stuffed it with masking tape and put in some pins so she wouldn't have to use so much tape because the pants were already stiff. This Renner loafer is adorable. 100% color. I bought it and loved it. I mentioned buying it because it wasn't available at the Sorocaba store, which I always point out. These pieces, these accessories that Renner releases that are really different, they're so rare, guys. They come in such small quantities, or sometimes they don't even come at all, you know? It's incredible. They're only available on the website. So what's my advice? If you loved it, buy it. If you didn't like it, you can exchange it at the store for something else or return it within 7 days. But usually it fits true to size. I wear a 35 or 36 and I got the 35 and it was perfect. There are 3 colors, all of them are beautiful, and there's that burgundy one I showed you from the side. The pants, guys, these pants, honestly, I've never seen them in the store or on the website, but now I even took off the tag to bring them here, and I'll leave the reference. I even took a screenshot of the reference for you. Guys, 160122160008, so we can find it. It's in size 34, and I loved it. It's a balloon style that turned out just perfect. And now let's go to the fitting room. There are so many cool things. You're really going to like them. I'll start with one of my favorite looks. Out of all the ones I've tried so far, it's the one I love the most. Let's go. Let me start with this look, guys. I was at the Renner fashion show and they styled this look just like this, the blouse with the belt. The difference is that the model wore Aladdin pants, but these pants are a real find. I said I'll use these to show a different look with another pair of Aladdin pants. I know not everyone wears Aladdin pants, or maybe you already have one and you're not going to have several pairs, but it's more to show you other pants options, just so you get the idea. Guys, I love these pants even though they have that seam. I'm going to ignore that because I want them for myself. They fit really well. They're barrel pants with thick structured fabric, you know? I really value that. I'm not someone who's attached to the composition, but to the quality. Because there are a lot of things you wear that are polyester and they're not hot and they fit really well. And there are a lot of things you wear that are polyester. Just touching it, it's thick, warm, and makes you feel hot. It's crazy. So I'm not attached to that, but when it comes to quality, something with substance, that's something I value. Well, for the look, I wore a size small belt. The top was also size small, 159, and the pants were size 36, 199. I thought these pants were a bit big. They fit well, but I even guessed they were a size 38. I'm removing the belt since I approved it without one. The lady put it there, and later I found it. I thought there wasn't a belt, but we have it. It's great for assembling outfits and pairing with a blazer. These pants highlight the waist well. Even without a belt, I thought they were really cool. If you're taller, I think it'll look even better because you'll be able to really show off the length and the fit. Because look, for me, it's like this. See how it's a bit looser? Then, if I pull it up, look how you can see the shape of the leg better. It looks even nicer. So I really like these pants that we're going to take and this blouse, even though it has a little something. It looks somewhat like lycra, which I don't completely love, but it's not entirely lycra. It also has a tulle-like appearance, which is interesting. I liked it a lot, and it looks great on acetona. Guys, don't worry about this bruise. It looks odd, I know, but I got it doing CrossFit while pushing a box from both sides. My arm hurt for a week. It felt like I had gotten a shot. No, like I had gotten a vaccine, and now in the end, it turned into a bruise. It's on both arms and looked worse yesterday. I love this outfit and want to take it. I'll ask if they can message Renner and let you know what else I want, since I found more things too. Here's the full look, and let's move on to the next one. I'm going to start this whole look together, and then I'll break it down and explain everything to you. Why? I tried on this blazer back in Campinas, and I said, well, I think the pants are going to come too, just a hunch. Then I got here in Sorocaba, and I spotted them while I was doing a tour. By the way, follow me on Instagram, RITASARAIVA. You can follow live. This tour is already online. I just got to Renner, and it's posted. Well, then I said, guys, I can't believe it. The pants for the blazer have arrived and everything. But like looking at the set now, you can see there's a slight difference in color. The blazer is a little darker than the pants. The fabric of the pants is also really nice, just like the blazer, but it's not a perfect match. However, it totally works. I would easily wear both pieces together. So guys, this combination with this blouse might not be everyone's favorite, but I'll show you that, besides having potential, just the tank top with the pants looks really nice. I was going to say really cool, as I always do. Well, the blazer has an oversized fit, it's a size small, and it costs... Let me double check what I said since my memory isn't great. $279.90. In fact, at the moment I'm recording this, we have 15% off, and that's why I invite you once again to follow me on Insta. Sometimes when the video is live, the coupon is unavailable, but it may return later, so you'll stay updated there. Another way to know everything firsthand is to be in our community. On WhatsApp, ask to join as well. I'll leave the link for you. No one sees your number. It's restricted, but you don't miss anything. The pants might have a barrel cut. I'm unsure if they're straight or barrel. There's a lot of extra fabric, but I liked it for hemming, and I found this blouse and pants combination very interesting. I've been really liking this green. It's very olive, and the pants are that so-called black streak, but you can see that they lean towards a grape tone, like a deep dark purple. And because of that, purple with green is always a bold combination. You can notice that a lot of businesses use purple and green in their logos, sometimes not so dark, but lighter. But purple and green are two colors that go really well together, and that's why even in darker shades like both of these are, it looks really nice. Other combinations for you to try out. Off-white looks nice. I think white creates too much contrast. I would go for off-white, I would go for brown, I would go for shades of pink. Then the pink looks really bright, that pink we call dusty pink, you know, a bit more muted. I've tried it and it looks beautiful. The brighter pink also looks beautiful, and baby pink looks really pretty too. The candy colors, that light pink also looks nice. Brown looks really good. Other shades of green too. I've tried them and they look very pretty. There are more combinations, and you can trust me, I don't think it's a hard piece to match. Of course, everyone, just to emphasize, if it makes sense for you, I have something that I love to buy online. I buy a lot of things, and I really want to know your opinion if you feel the same way. I'm relieved when I try something to eat and it doesn't work out, because until I do, it's stuck on my mind. So when I buy it, I say, oh, I didn't even like it, I'm going to return it. I'm happy because I've already done it, I've already tried it, it didn't work out, and I still have my money back. So you have this benefit when buying online of returning it if you don't like it. But there's also something really good, which is exchanging or returning it at the store. You can exchange it for another piece, which is really cool. Well, I love the look. Look, the pants from the side and from the back. The pants are RR on 99, and this blouse costs RR 59. Look how well it fits, guys. I love the look. Hemming it here will make it look great. Let's go to the next one. This one is already set aside for me, guys. I love this set. I thought it was really stylish that it has this tailored vibe, but with a more modern cut, you know, sporty, because of this collar. And then it's short, the blazer, how cute, the buttons are hidden. I thought that was great because if you don't want them to show, it'll look like this. I also liked it for wearing just one button closed, leaving it open, you know, that looks nice too, or even just as a little jacket. Well, I don't have many options for tops to wear underneath, so I grabbed another one, a gray one, because it was handy. But you can wear something white, something light. You can add more color if you want. I don't really suggest too much color. Because of the buttons, since even though they fit well with the look, I have nothing bad to say about them. They're buttons that stand out a lot. and depending on the top you wear underneath, it might clash a little. Look, it's very well finished up close, so you can see the fabric doesn't itch sometimes. This fabric is a little bit like linen, so it can itch, but it's not actually linen. The pants are size 38, but they should be 36. So I made a little adjustment, but since I want to take them today, there's no other option, so I'll go with these. You can wear them, just put on a belt, and it works. The good thing is, since my hips are wide, even wearing size 38, it looks great, nice and loose, and even though the waist is a bit big, it's not too much, so it doesn't fall down. You know, because I'm a short girl with broad bones, and this piece, let's see the size, because I'm not sure if it's small or medium. I think the jacket is in medium. They didn't have small either. Look, the jacket, I think I'd stick with this one. Also because my shoulder, it has a soft shoulder pad. It has the shoulder pad seam. Okay, and since I have broad shoulders, for sure, the small would be too tight. It wouldn't have much movement, you know? And guys, this is something you really need to be careful about, especially now that it's starting to get cold. If you already live in a warm place and don't usually travel to cold places, that's fine. But anywhere you go, you're going to wear at least a thermal layer, a sweater, or a sweatshirt underneath. And then the coat on top, and sometimes you buy a coat that fits your body too tightly, and you can barely fit a t-shirt underneath, you know? It feels really tight, and even a long sleeve shirt gets too snug. That's happened to me before. I went on a trip, bought a loose coat, and it looked beautiful, fitting my body perfectly. It was really well tailored. It was an overcoat at the time, guys, and when I got there, it was freezing cold. I went to Chile, I bought the coat to go to Chile, and I couldn't even move. It was so uncomfortable to wear. I even got rid of it, even though it was a beautiful coat. So, be careful now in the cold to buy your right size. Go for comfort, not for something tight or just to look good on your body, because then you ruin the piece later and it won't be comfortable at all. Here's the complete look, totally approved, ready to go in the cart. Now let's move on to the next look. This look is so my style. I always say that with the clothes I like to wear, I always like to bring a little something different to the look. You might say you wouldn't wear it, that's fine. You can even say it's ugly, no problem. But what I always joke about is that since I like everything to match a lot, it's never going to look terrible because there will always be a context, you know? And then it's like, it might not be my style, but it's different, it's stylish. What I think about when I'm putting together a look with this kind of texture is that it's something I really like to play with. And the color combination, so like the t-shirt has a gray, right? A heather gray with the burgundy, which matches the pants. Actually, it's that thing called the black streak, and the sneakers also have the same tone as the pants, that black streak with gray. The tip of the sneakers has this rubber, which matches the brown, and then I throw on a brown leather jacket. To break the expectation, by the way, I love this jacket. It has great quality, a really good, very strong polyurethane. I love that they put a super discreet zipper, because something that has been bothering me is how obvious the zippers on jackets are. And I think it's because they were silver. The jacket with the silver zipper drew a lot of attention. There weren't many jackets I tried on this year that made me go wow, but then I thought I wouldn't be able to wear them because of the hardware. This zipper is drawing more attention than the jacket itself, even though the jacket is beautiful. It's made of nice suede, really nice, but the appearance of the zipper, I don't like this one. I think they really nailed it here. So this jacket is size small and costs $319. I love these sweatpants and hope they come in more colors. They're barrel style, see how they're rounded? It's funny how once a trend starts, that's all you notice, and it seems like nothing else makes sense. I don't want to wear my old cuffed sweatpants anymore. Now I only want straight leg pants. Another style I enjoy wearing is the barrel style. It looks so modern and stylish. I love it and hope there are more options, though I haven't seen any here yet. There's a gray straight leg one there, plus regular cuffed ones in many beautiful colors. By the way, for those who are into pants, they're 159.90 size small, and this little t-shirt could be a small, you know? It's a medium, 79.90. I would get it in small. If you want to make this look even more basic, more neutral anyway, I would do that too. I really like it. Putting a white t-shirt in this shade, I think it would be too harsh, but an off-white, a light gray, you know? Another light color would also look really good here. Or brown, or the same color as the pants, then you emphasize the brown, emphasize the pants. But I thought it was really stylish, I loved it. So that was the look, picking up the kid from school, going to the movies, it's that sneaker look. But it still has that interesting touch. And even though it's three really casual pieces, sneakers, a knit shirt, and sweatpants, the bee jacket brought in the elegance, you know, the laid back look, and even to some extent more finesse. Let's go to the next one. This look is really that style. I love it, you love it, we all love it. Look at this. Actually, I'm wearing a very similar look, right? It's a sweatshirt with the shirt already built in like this. See, it's long, you know? I think it even looks too big, especially to wear with these pants. With the wide leg, I like to wear it open like this, and you can even put on some leggings. Also, guys, I have something in my eye, right? Is there a little hair in my eye? Oh, how annoying. I can't see it today, okay? It bothers me because leggings are tight and end up looking like vestileg. Remember when people called them that? I prefer to keep it closed, but I'm leaving it open so you can see how it looks. It's nice because today isn't too cold, but when it was freezing in Sorocaba, I wore my knit sweater. I wanted to layer it to put a shirt underneath like this, but it gets too warm. And then, when it's already lined, they only put the lining on the top and at the bottom hem. Size small, it costs about 7.90 Rs. I told you this, I already mentioned it on Instagram. I like to match it with, I would match it here, right? With navy blue pants, white pants, or jeans. Those are the three options I like. If anyone wants to wear it more, let me know how you styled it. Maybe with gray pants, right? And pair it with navy blue and gray sneakers. Do you like that? You can play around a bit more, but the obvious choice to play it safe and get it right is that, and I loved it. So, with my pants, and I added this pop of color, I thought it looked interesting, especially because I like to emphasize colors, so this would just be the highlight of the look, let's say. And my little navy bag. So, for example, what breaks expectations? If I wear sneakers or loafers in the same color as the outfit, navy blue or light, I look obvious. But if I add a pop of color, I look stylish. Everything is a fine line, and if you overdo it, you can end up looking tacky. You have to be very careful between chic and obvious because then you can't go wrong. There's no risk of making a mistake. Stylish is just a little twist, and tacky is a big one. Let's go to the next look. This set is really popular here at Renner. It never goes out of style, it never gets discontinued actually, and they keep adapting it to new colors. So recently they released it in yellow, butter, and now in brown and burgundy. But one thing that caught my attention is how everyone keeps adapting to fashion. Did you notice that we're going back to wearing, wait for it, pants with wider legs? Remember how we started? Trends shifted from wide leg to pre-skinny, then to cigarette pants, super tight fits like leggings, and eventually circled back to cargo pants. And I'm really noticing this trend with pants. Even ballet pants are coming back. The 90s are making a huge comeback, and Renner adapted to it too. These pants, the set that made up the pants style that made this set here, were carrot pants. They tapered at the ankle. They switched to wide leg, which caught my attention. I haven't tried the new set yet. This is my first time, and I have some key points to consider. With a little flaw in this vest, the extra small fits me perfectly, but I think it's too short. And if I try on the small, which is my usual size, it ends up being too low cut. So right now I'm wearing the small. Look, I have to hold it here because if I let go, it gets too low. My recommendation is to go one size down unless you have a larger bust, because I do have a bigger bust and the small works fine for me. But maybe if you have a really large bust, then you might not have the issue of it being too low because your bust will fill it out. Anyway, if you have a smaller bust, definitely go one size down because it's a bit big, or take it to a tailor to adjust this part up here. The blazer costs our $2.99. It's in size 38, and the vest. So that's the thing. If it's size S or extra small, you might need to adjust it. If you get extra small, it should work. But I lose the length, and the pants in size S fit great, but I thought for wearing with heels, since I'm short, they fit perfectly. So they're not very long pants, okay? Linen makes me think a lot about sandals and flats. I feel like this doesn't really go with sneakers, even though I've worn it with sneakers in real life, but I think I broke my own rules, my looks and my rules. I don't think it's the best, and it didn't really fit the looks context. Linen and cotton, those natural fabrics, remind you of summer, right? Also, another key point at Openica. I may have mentioned in this or another video that I wore it often during my pregnancy. If not, well, it's really bad. Working with two different recording platforms is different. I record one video horizontally, then I turn and record vertically, or I record vertically and then horizontally. But I always say the same things. On Instagram, videos are just 1 minute, so they're more concise. Here I can talk as much as I want. But like I said, I don't remember which video I mentioned it in, so I ended up saying it twice. Anyway, during pregnancy, I didn't wear the vest, but I wore a lot of pants. At the time, they were carrot pants, like I told you, since they had an elastic waistband, I wore a bigger size. I think my set was size L, and here it was 40-42, and it covered my butt well. Oh my, oh my. I had the sand-colored one, and the blue one was a really pretty blue. I loved wearing that nice set. So here's the full look, approved and beautiful, and let's move on to the arms. I'm joking about criticizing my son. I was really just praising him. Like all kids, he gets annoying around his parents. Experienced people know that's just how it is. Guys, does he change? Everyone notices how different he acts and only gets praised when I'm around. How does he do that? Let me talk about this vest. It's so charming. I'm seriously considering taking it. Look, the fabric is really thick and structured. I can't really say what it is. I don't know the name of this fabric, but it's really cool. It's something you can tell is different, you know? It's a medium size. I really like this size for me because I want to wear it with shorts or a skirt. I think if I got the small, it would be shorter. They didn't have it there anyway, but then the armhole is a little big. We just talked to the seamstress. My mom thinks she's a really good seamstress and she's going to come to our house to take the measurements. So my problems are already solved. This one, if I really take it, which I'm seriously considering, she'll just sew it up. So here's what I thought. This vest is very versatile. It'll look beautiful in winter with a skirt, tights, boots, and a shirt. Wow, I really liked it, guys. It's beautiful and so unique, different from what we usually see. You probably don't have anything like this in your wardrobe. I know I don't, speaking for myself. I've used this skirt several times to style outfits, but hadn't shown how cute it is or how well it fits. I already have some leg allergies from scratching. And then when I scratch, I really dig my finger in. Look at how it is now. I even forget that I do this until I see the mess. I need to get treatment, use some cream, moisturize. Not just when I scratch, because when I do, it doesn't help much. So, did you like it? It's so hard to wear sandals anyway. I don't go out much, and sometimes I go to a birthday party or some special occasion. I thought about getting it to wear with loafers, yes, but you can also wear it with boots and even with sneakers. But I think it calls for something a bit dressier because of the acetate button. So, did you like it? You too? Here's the finished look. Let's move on. When I started doing try-ons, I never watched anyone else's content. It's not about giving or taking away credit for doing that, you know? But I didn't have the habit, so when you asked me for a try-on, I just said okay and went to Renner at 10 o'clock. I got there really early, didn't bring anything, went in to try things on and did it barefoot. People used to get upset because I did try-ons barefoot, which seemed odd to me. But everyone tries things on barefoot since you can't wear accessories in the fitting room. And since you kept asking, I started bringing my own shoes. I remember bringing a pair of Converse and a pair of loafers, plus the shoes I was already wearing. So I had these three options and a pair of flats. I would bring my shoes and try them on there, right? I grabbed these pajamas to show and was about to record barefoot, but then I remembered my haters. They're not really haters, right, guys? But we say that haters help us move forward. Because if it weren't for them, I'd still be bringing my shoes from home. So I brought these slippers, guys. They're so cute. I have a white pair like this that I wear all the time, not just for recording videos. If you follow me on Instagram, you know. I also have a darker brown, a lighter brown, and a pink one. I wear size 35 or 36, but with these slippers, I like to get size 7, 8, or 8, 9. It feels much better and more comfortable on your feet, even with socks. It stays loose without slipping off, which is nice. And this one is mine. So we don't lean too far forward because it's hooked, it's so comfy. And it's all about pulling here on the little bear, look, so you can see it up close. And then, the top is made of a really soft knit. There's also the option of this same pajama set, all with this bear, but in knit fabric. Both are just as comfy as I am. I'm not sure if I like the other one with the full bear or this super cute one more. I like to get a medium even though I wear a small. The pants end up loose, but I like it that way, you know, I prefer it. Everything fits really loose, but I have this thing where I always go for a medium. Now, if you like to stick to your true size, go ahead. And another thing, I'm showing this pajama because it's been a while since I showed pajamas, but later if you want, I can show more. Anyway, whenever you want, just look up women's pajamas. You'll find all of them and all from Renner. They're beautiful and fit just as well. You can trust without worry using the code RITASARAIVA. Of course, obviously, always go with the complete look, and let's move on to the next one. This look will require a little bit of imagination from you. Why? The blazer is huge. It could fit two of me and the pants too. But imagine, in a perfect scenario, if the blazer were this size, right? And the pants weren't all rolled up, don't you think it would look really stylish? Why? I started unlocking layers when I discovered the so-called Aladdin pants. I'm short, and ever since they showed up, I really like them. They fit my style, they have something to do with me. I thought I could only wear them with high heels since I'm short, otherwise the baggy part would be too close to my feet. It wasn't working out, so the first breakthrough was wearing the Aladdin pants with flats, and I already liked it. Now I'm even wearing them with my sneakers, and I think it looks amazing. I really want to know your opinion. If you've already tried the Aladdin pants, first, if you've already tried them, which shoes have you paired them with? Comment here. And guys, this shade looks so beautiful with pink, with this shade of pink, which I think matches perfectly. I don't have this top yet, but I do have this blazer at home, size 38. It was a bit big. I could have chosen a 36, but since they didn't have it that day, I got the 38. For these pants, my ideal size is a small. This one is a medium, extra small even works, but I feel like it looks less cute, so the small is perfect. And I'm going to take these shoes. They're size 35 about the prices. Look at how it is here on the pants. It's priced at $179. This blazer, which is huge, I don't even care to know. It doesn't make much sense. It's a size 42. There's no price. It's cut off. But I think it was a little over 300 or almost 300. I'm not sure. Anyway, all the links will be pinned in the first comment and also in the description. Today I mentioned this several times in the video. If you need any link, just check the first pinned comment or the video description. You'll find another really good place for you to browse over the weekend. There are my highlights over on my Instagram. On my Instagram profile, there are some little circles there. Those are the highlights and I put everything there. Renner offers everything. January, February, March, December, November. Older highlights may be sold out, but there are still many outfit ideas. I don't typically share where I'm going in each outfit, but longtime followers probably know. You'll also notice many pieces you already own, just styled differently. I know many of you have Renner pieces and this blouse's fabric is lovely. If you want to show up, guys, follow Mimi. I've already said this. She made a selection of pajamas but it's black and white, Mimi. It's not brown. Guys, am I crazy or what? Oh, or is it such a dark brown that it's almost black? I thought the stripe was a bit bold, but it really suits you, Mimi. You're the queen of black and white, and it turned out so cute. Also follow Mimi's Instagram, RITASARAIVA. She's just starting out and she said they're rooting for my success. Oh guys, let me get closer. This video is going to be the last one. Everyone is rooting for my success, guys. Everyone is cheering even though they don't know her. And I'm not saying I'm jealous for God's sake, but those who know us will never be rooting for us. So stop expecting your friends or people close to you to support you when you make a decision or take a step. And more than that, stop caring about their opinions. Because not only do they not care, but they will also make fun of us. As long as we don't have results, they won't support us. And that's okay. Maybe we won't either. We're not those amazing friends that we decide to be. Because what I see the most on the internet is people posting about this, right? I'm telling you this as encouragement for you to start things and not give up. But I don't pressure my friends or post indirect messages on Instagram. Never. I've never done that and never said anything. Since I started, I've never sent a video to my friends for them to like or comment on. And honestly, thank God, look at where I am now. Don't expect them to make you succeed, but it's great if you can rely on them. Of course, it will be 2, 3, 10 amazing people supporting you, but they're not the ones who will take you further. They're not the ones you should care about. You have to do what you want to do in your life. And there are so many people out there afraid to start something because others will criticize them. Nobody really cares, and they will criticize anyway. Even when they find out, they'll make fun of you, right, Mom? They'll say things like, oh, now you think you're something, you're acting all stuck up. That's why you should get back at them by making it work. Because then they'll say, wow, that's cool, look at what she did. How did she do it? Wow, look how well she's doing. But it's only after you get results. As long as you have results, guys, everyone feels embarrassed. I always said that when I started. I already went through the embarrassment. I'm going to make it work because it would be really embarrassing to quit and have people say, see, it was just a flash in the pan. So don't be a flash in the pan. Don't give people a reason to talk about you, a reason to gossip. While you're starting out, because everyone starts out bad, you'll start out bad. I started out bad. I'm not even that good to this day, but we get better. Do you notice the difference between my old videos and my current ones? I was more embarrassed, so I was more stiff. Today, this is exactly who I am, and I'm happy that I've managed to reach the point where I can show exactly the person I am. So, I say things wrong, I mumble, I say silly things. I switch between 17 topics, I talk more than necessary, but that's who I am in real life. So, if people relate to this, there are a lot of quirky people out there. I know there are already 300,000 quirky ones here. And if you don't relate, you just don't stay, right, guys?
Actually, I'm not that cute. Not really that cute.
I gave my mom and she stayed. You guys are criticizing me. Because she acts all cute on the internet. Oh, girl, my little blouse.
But it's hard on camera. We end up getting stiff.
You get stiff?
Yep.
But I am tough. No, it's not a work, my mom.
I'm also impatient and so on.
I don't know if your mom is like this, but at home she's a lion, outside she's a little lamb, and on video she's like a butterfly, you know? She has different levels.
Guys, 50 and up.
50 and up, barely a pause. It's hot, things are on fire, so that's it. But little by little she'll open up and she'll become who she really is. No, she's even a character, but what I mean is we get stuck. And another tip, guys, for those of you who have a job anyway, want to sell your work, no one wants to hear formal terms, technical terms. No one cares. Only your competitor knows those. People want to know what results and benefits they'll get, so you have to speak their language, and that's what I do. That's why I think I connect easily with people, because who is more like the people than me? And to get to the point where you're exactly the same person on camera, And if you're an angry person, that's okay. If you're a sweet person, that's okay. But you have to be exactly that. When you reach your truest self, no one can make you stop. And that's exactly why people will come to you. And just one more thing, because I've already talked too much. A guy whose own grandson said he's very sarcastic online and says silly things is named Guto Galando or something like that. I don't follow him, just know who he is. My grandson mentioned him, saying he made a video explaining he only became popular online when he acted like himself instead of always trying to please everyone. When he decided to do things his way, he said, screw it. So just say screw it and go for it. Add butterflies. If you finish, kisses. See you next video.